Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another video with Crooked Chicken. And today's video we're going to be breaking down the trailer for episode 4 of Superman and Lois and everything that's going to be taking place. As we got our last episode, we got the end of it where Superman wakes up after receiving Sam Lane's heart, and just what exactly is going to be, I guess, the consequences or repercussions of that, or after effects, or just anything that's supposed to happen, especially with the reveal that Jonathan now has superpowers and how he's going to adjust to them. I imagine pretty well, considering he's basically doing everything Superman could do within the first few hours or whatever of him having his powers activate after having this kind of screaming match, or not even a screaming match, just screaming at Jordan for failing for what he did and just always wanting to be a hero, not really actually help anybody. And just that heightened emotional state that he was in that just triggered his powers after breaking his hand from punching a pillar. And so I'm excited to see what they do with it with the remaining episodes, because as we know, we only get 10 this year, and it's the last ones and just the last remaining remnants of the CW DC hero universe. And so I'm excited to see what they do, but I'm definitely not looking forward to this, I guess, adventure be over with, even though it's been going on for 12 years at this point, at least this particular side, because the DC hero universe within CW/WB has been around for quite a while. But before we get into the trailer breakdown, if you enjoy this type of content, you enjoy Superman and Lois, you enjoy Walking Dead, Last of Us, any of that, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing, help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it. So let's jump into the trailer that we got for episode 4. It opens up, and I'm not sure if this is a flashback or this is immediately after Superman wakes up after getting that heart transplant. We see him firing off his laser vision, so I wonder if this is maybe just a flashback of his final moments before he died in the battle with Doomsday, or he immediately wakes up and he fires off his laser vision kind of as a reflex to maybe his last memory before he was killed. And just so I'm not sure what's happening here, because in the next one we get another shot of Doomsday within that blast. So I just don't know if it's a flashback to the fight or just an after effect from when he first wakes up, just kind of reacting on his last memory before he was killed. But moving on to the next one, we have a shot of Lois here holding Sam Lane's dog tags, because as we know, Sam sacrificed himself in the last episode to get that donor heart to Clark after injecting himself with this serum that was made from Superman's blood as a way to heal himself after being shot, but also get Superman's blood in his system and kind of, I guess, mutate or change his heart's DNA or just something in it that would make it compatible for Clark. As we saw at the end of the last episode, it ended up working out, but we just don't know what's going to happen as far as, is there going to be any effects from this being a human heart inside of a Kryptonian, or is it going to just be kind of a universal donor type situation where he's going to get it and his body's going to adapt to it and change it as it needs, as it heals and everything. We've seen a lot of this kind of stuff lately where Jordan is just riddled with guilt and regret over, losing the fight with Lex, losing out on getting Clark's original heart back, having it crushed in front of him, and just basically going into all these battles and getting himself in over his head because he just wants to believe that he's a hero and he can take on anything. And I don't know if just a sense of overconfidence or whatever it is, or just kind of overcompensating maybe for the fact that he did spend a lot of his life being riddled with anxiety and panic attacks and just this and that, and just trying to adapt to being this guy, but maybe, like I said, overcompensating because he just feels so confident that he can do what he can do, or he can do what his dad can do, and just failing at every turn. And just, that's kind of been my one complaint, or I guess a couple of complaints regarding Jordan. I don't mind the character, but he has his moments where he's just full-blown pity party, or he's just full-blown overconfident. He never finds a healthy middle ground, and just, it's been kind of a tussle back and forth with these two parts of his personality. But anyways, moving on to the next one. I'm not sure what building this is. I don't know if this is the DOD or just some random building in Smallville. It looks like it's being under attack, so I don't know if this is a battle scene with Doomsday or maybe one or both of the Kent boys and just what's going on here. But we do have some battle scene, and We're also supposed to, at some point, see Lex suit up in a similar exoskeleton fighting combat suit that John Henry and his daughter have. So I don't know where he gets this, or maybe this is something that has to do with the fact, because the John Henry we have is not from this universe. He's from a different one. So the multiverse angle is still kind of there. So I wonder if the suit that Lex gets belongs to the John Henry of their Earth. But then we get this corkboard that's got little bits of stuff about Lex and probably other people associated with him. This is more than likely something Lois threw together, because we have this Daily Planet newspaper clip down here in the corner where it talks about him, his ruling after Lois prints that article and everything and gets him thrown in prison. So I imagine Lois is still very much investigating him, trying to find some way to battle with everything that he's doing, and just probably feeling pretty hopeless, because it's probably still before she realizes that Clark is alive, but also dealing with the death of her father and just this guy that's been this very heroic presence in her life, because we do get a shot of his gravestone, I believe, maybe in the next one. Yeah, we get this shot of his gravestone that she has there on the Kent farm. It reads, "My hero, General Samuel Lane." Looks like 1961, 2024, but we see that she's probably going to be pretty much reeling from this. I mean, as any would be in this type of situation. But I'm interested to see, what the reaction is going to be of the boys and her once she realizes Clark is alive, and what's going to come of it. Is Clark, Jordan, and Jonathan all going to team up to go after Doomsday, or just what exactly is going to happen there? Because we get this next shot. This is the woman that seduced Sam Lane and got him kidnapped in the first place. And I think in the trailer she mentions how they're going to kill her. So Luther's probably coming after her for the fact that she did fail in the first attempt to kill him, and just kind of been this weak link, I guess, in the whole plan to do everything that Luther wants to accomplish. But also just could be a situation too where she realizes what she's been doing is wrong and she wants to kind of make up for it, but maybe it doesn't work out in her favor. Going to the next one, we have a shot of Jonathan. This is probably in that building that we saw a few frames ago, where it looks like the building's under attack or a battle's taking place here, and maybe this is Jonathan being a part of that battle. So I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. Then we get our Superman Lois title card, the final season. So it's all bittersweet that it's coming to an end, and this is the last remaining show of our superhero shows. And as far as we know, there's no plans for anything in the future, just because CW won't technically be CW anymore. It's going to be some random-ass channel with some random-ass silly game show type games, and just completely opposite from what it is now. Or, I mean, because this is the last remaining show, I think, at all as far as scripted TV series on the CW. They might have one or two more, but as far as anything that we've been seeing for so long, I think that's done and over with. I don't think they have any plans for any scripted TV shows at all. So it's just a shame that it's come down to this, and we're losing out on some of the best scripted TV that we've had in a really long time. I mean, we got stuff here and there on other channels, but this one's been pretty consistent for so long that it's going to be weird that this is not coming back. And it's definitely going to give me a reason to delete the CW app off my phone after this, for sure, because there won't be any reason to keep that. The only reason I even still have one is for this show, so I can watch it at work. But anyways, guys, that is the video. If you enjoyed the breakdown, you enjoyed my thoughts about the show, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. So take care. Bye.